grief, tears are rolling from his eyes. This is Arjuna's state. So Krishna is now speaking. This is text 2. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kashmalam Midam Vishame Samupashtitam Anarya Jushtam Asvargyam Akirti Karam Arjuna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets, but to infamy." I don't think there were any mobile phones on the Battle of Kurukshetra. Now we're so dependent on these things. We have to become dependent on Bhagavad Gita, the words of Krishna. That will really bring us relief and guidance in this world. So, in one sense, Arjuna is being chastised here by Krishna. How have these impurities come upon you? For an ordinary materialistic person, even one in the mode of goodness, they'll think that, oh, Arjuna is speaking really nicely. He's a good guy. You know, this Krishna is a rascal. He's telling Arjuna, you should fight and kill. What's this? Arjuna's the good guy, right? That's what, materially speaking, you might reason like that. But so Krishna is immediately starting off. How are these impurities? They're impurities. What is it? Impurity. How have they come upon you? They're not befitting a man who knows the real value of life. They don't lead to higher planets, but they lead to infamy. So there's many points in this verse spoken by Krishna, or the statement of Krishna. And we'll read about it a little bit in the purport and see what happens. There's a long purport, which is 2 pages long. So please try to listen. The whole process of spiritual life, even Arjuna's success on the battle of Kurukshetra, not just from the point of being victorious, but from the point of view of understanding the real purpose of human life, rested upon his hearing. Upon hearing. The whole path of spiritual life is basically founded upon hearing. Sound vibration is so powerful. Even the beginning of the creation of the universe comes from sound. Everything is affected by sound. Very powerful. Sound is very powerful, just much more than light. You know, like for instance, there's a door over there, or you can even put a sheet here of cardboard and around me, and it'd be dark. I can't see anything, but I can still hear you very easily. The sound penetrates far more than light in relative terms. It is much more influential. Our lives are much more influenced by sound, what we hear. Of course we're influenced by what we see, but what we hear is the most profound effect. Most profound. So the words spoken now by Krishna and now by Srila Prabhupada, and we should hear very carefully. That will clear up our misgivings. When Krishna speaks to Arjuna, all of his doubts will be removed. In the back of at the end of the Gita, you can see in the 18th chapter, Krishna says to Arjuna, have you heard, in text 72, O conqueror of wealth, have you heard this with an attentive mind? Are your ignorance and illusions now dispelled? It's by hearing with an attentive mind. Even if we don't have much intelligence, so to speak, in the sense of being able to analyze the subject matter, but just to hear with an attentive mind, this is intelligence. In fact, in the previous verse, Krishna said, he who studies this sacred conversation of ours worships me by his intelligence. So that study is really to hear with just hearing with an attentive mind is so effective. So effective. Arjuna says, yes, oh dear, my dear Krishna, O infallible one, my illusion is now gone. I have regained my memory by your mercy. I am now firm and free from doubt, and am prepared to act according to your instructions. And that's the result of hearing. And Krishna also said in the 18th chapter, if you don't hear me, you'll be lost. It's not just a matter of reading it and then not really hearing it. There's a difference between listening and hearing. There's a difference between reading and hearing. Means we absorb the subject matter. We absorb it with attention. Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are identical. Therefore, Lord Krishna is referred to, Jai Shri Radha-Krishna, is also referred to as Shri Radha-Krishna. And here he's referred to as Bhagavan throughout the Gita. Bhagavan is the ultimate in the absolute truth. The absolute truth is realized in three phases of understanding, namely Brahman, which is the impersonal, all-pervasive spiritual spirit. Paramatma, which is the localized aspect of the Supreme Lord within the heart of all living entities. This is the form of the Lord. It's not just the energy, but the form of the Lord. He's unmanifested to us maybe now, but he's in every atom. He's there, he has his form, four-handed form, all pervasive in reality. We just can't see him. He's in the heart of all living entities. And Bhagavan, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this conception of the Absolute Truth is explained thus. In the first canto, second chapter, text number 11, and this is a famous verse, Vadanti tat tat vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam Rameti paramatmeti bhagavan iti savyati. The Absolute Truth, thank you, is realized in three phases of understanding by the knower of the Absolute Truth, and all of them are identical. Such phases of the Absolute Truth are expressed as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. They're all identical in one sense, but there is also identical in the sense that they're all transcendental, all spirit, all from the same source. These three divine aspects can be explained by the example of the sun, which also has three different aspects, namely sunshine, sun surface, and sun planet itself. In one sense they're all the sun, but there are distinctions there. One who studies the sunshine only is the preliminary student. One who understands the sun's surface is further advanced, and one who can enter into the sun planet is the highest. Ordinary students who are satisfied by simply understanding the sunshine, its universal pervasiveness, and the glaring effulgence of its impersonal nature, may be compared to those who can realize only the Brahman feature of the Absolute Truth. The student who is advanced still further can know the sun disk, which is compared to knowledge of the Paramatma feature of the Absolute Truth. And the student who can enter into the heart of the sun planet is compared to those who realize the personal feature of the Absolute Truth. Therefore the devotees, the transcendentalists who have realized the Bhagavan feature of the Absolute Truth, are the topmost transcendentalists, although all students who are engaged in the study of the Absolute Truth are engaged in the same subject matter. There's different degrees of, like, I mean, people may be at college or at school, but they're just at different levels. And we understand one level as a stage to the next level, but it's not the complete education, but it's what's required at that stage. So at that stage you may not know that there are higher stages, or you may know, but at that stage what you're studying is indeed, it is education, it is part of the overall program, but it's not the complete program. Whereas